My dad was a plantsman, and when he retired, he just took up the hobby of growing fruit trees. He would start them from seed at his apartment in a little pot, and then my yard was his playground, so he would always come and plant different, fruit trees around my yard. There is these two particular fruit trees that he planted, and with time they were growing and becoming bigger trees. So one of them is star fruit, and then the other one was a mystery fruit tree that he always thought it was one fruit, but it never bore fruit while he was alive. I remember after my dad passed in January 2020, which was 3 months before the pandemic, those two trees that he planted, that one of them was giving fruit, the other one was still not giving fruit, were a symbol of him. And I usually go and visit them as much as I can every day because they remind me of him. So the second fruit tree that he planted that never gave fruit while he was alive, 2 weeks after he passed away, it gave me the first fruit. And it's just funny because he always thought it was one fruit, and then it gave like another fruit. It was so interesting because it was another type of fruit that he didn't even know that he had planted. But that just gave me a sign that he was there. And he's always with me every day. Plants bring so much more than beauty. They bring nostalgia, they bring memories. They carry memories of, what you did, because I care for those fruit trees with my dad. So I have those memories with me of everything that we did together. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. I had a very active life and childhood. We were always either traveling, going on adventures, going to the rainforest, lots of outdoor activities. If we weren't in the ocean, we were in the tropical rainforest. The outdoors was home. My dad always, whenever we would travel to different places, he would take time, and he was always teaching us about the different names of the plants, tropical plants, because we were on a tropical island mostly. I went to college in Puerto Rico, and I started my career in marketing in Puerto Rico. I was lucky enough that I was able to get an internship with Bacardi Caribbean, and I was hired to work in the marketing department at Bacardi. It was a wonderful experience, and it opened a lot of doors for me. One of the huge doors that experience opened to me was the ability to move from Puerto Rico to Miami to work in Bacardi USA. I spent 7 wonderful years at Bacardi. It was a great marketing school. After a while of traveling a lot, I was kind of looking for something else, something a little bit more stable that can help me settle down and, put some roots. One of my mentors reached out to me, and he told me about a nursery down in Homestead called Costa Farms that was looking for a marketing director to build a marketing department. I was unaware of the enormous industry that existed south of Miami when it came to agriculture. I really didn't have an idea how complex and big of an operation this would be. So I went down to Homestead. I went to an interview. I interviewed with a couple of the owners of Costa Farms. And when they took me out to ride around the farm in a golf cart, I have to say, for me, it took me back to my childhood, to that adventure that I always had with plants. And I saw a blank canvas that they were asking for me to join that team and paint a marketing story for them at Costa Farms. I was able to tell that story to the end consumer. But also what I really enjoyed was packaging these plants for the end consumer to understand what to do with plants. So it doesn't come very easy for consumers to understand that some plants are better for the outdoors, for certain areas in the outdoors. They provide, X, Y, and Z benefits. Some plants are great for the indoors, and they decorate, they improve the air quality inside their homes. So there was all this wonderful information, but yet no marketing was being done to promote them. After a wonderful 10-year tenure, I kind of felt that I was kind of hungry for something else. The cut flower industry always interested me. There were offshore growers that were growing in other countries, and then the cut flowers were being shipped to the United States. So there was something there that kind of attracted me. I've always really enjoyed international business. So that was kind of calling my name. An opportunity came to me to open a new business of importing cut flowers here to the United States and working with farms in Central America. So in 2017, I took my floral leap of faith and I opened Designer Cut Flowers, which is an importer of high-end cut flowers that I built from the ground up. I always looked at the breeders and I worked with them a lot when I was in a grower, and they had such a unique positioning that it always called me as well, because they're the creators. They're the ones selecting the plants for the future. Working at the breeder now has kind of come full circle for me, because I get to be at the beginning of the supply chain where innovation is happening. I get to work with growers like the ones that I've used to work with before, Costa Farms, Nature's Way, other growers that indirectly I collaborated with them, and understand what are their needs as well, so we can work from the breeder and provide them the stock plants for them to finish and take to retail. We are not only providing beauty, we're providing people with memories, with things that they will keep with them, legacy plants like my fruit trees that they will carry with them in memory of other people that they loved and they care for.